Ay nako, wala si Crush.
Yeah! Go Lakers! Yeah! Go the win!
Uy, punta tayo Smith.
Boring, walang internet. Ano pa yung pwede mo go? Mga tol! Ano ginagawa niya? Ano ginagawa niya? Utol!
Langya! Sit! 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 Sit!
Tol! Makikita sa akin. Oh.
Tol!
Walang internet, diba? Boring yung buhay natin. May naisip kong idea.
Ano?
Laro tayo. Tara!
Sige!
Larong Pinoy. Lalata.
Let's go!
Luksong Tinik. It literally means jumping over thorns in English. It's a group game of 2 teams and each team is composed of an equal number of players. The players participate in humpiang to choose their teammates. Humpiang is done to divide the teams of players into 2 teams through their choice of either back or front of the palm. It is done in this manner.
Yang! Yang! Yang!
Now that the teams have been established, it is time to decide which team jumps first and which team serves as taya or base.
Go buddy! Go 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 go!
The objective of the game is for all players in the team to jump over the height of the piled hands and feet of the opposing team. A player must avoid hitting the piled hands with any part of his body or clothing. The other team serves as taya on base and forms the tinik or thorns with their feet and hands. When all the members are done jumping over the feet, the players on the base add a hand at a time. The palm and fingers are open wide above their feet. The same process is repeated until all the base players have piled their hands over. When all the jumpers have successfully jumped over without hitting the hands of the base players, the game is repeated with the jumpers leaping over again. But if the jumpers hit the hands of the base player, it's considered a fault. It's time for the base players to take the jump, and the cycle begins. Tumbang preso or batulata in Bisaya literally means knock down the can in English. Its game is often played in backyards, open fields, or parks. The game's primary objective is to knock down the guarded prisoner or can. Players use a certain tool to hit the prisoner and they retrieve the same tool without being caught by the guard. Mechanics of the game. The players draw a tall line at one point of the ground, while a small circle is drawn a few meters away on the other side. Next, the players decide the first guard or it by throwing their pamato at the toe line. Each player tries as much as possible to hit the marker, or at least he makes sure his pamato lands closest to it. Otherwise, if his pamato landed the farthest, he becomes the first guard or it. The guard's role. First, he places the can inside the circle and guards it, while the hitters stand ready behind the toe line. At his signal, the hitters start throwing their pamato at the can. Once the can is hit and knocked down, he quickly retrieves it and puts it back again inside the circle. Then he runs after the hitters and tags those trying to retrieve their pamato. One important rule, the guard cannot tag a hitter until he makes sure the can stands in its place inside the circle. If the can is thrown outside the circle, the hitters get the chance to kick it farther away from the circle. It allows them more time to retrieve their pamato.